Hey guys, Indie Game Judge here. So today we're going to be taking a look at VVVVVV. That's 6 V's, just in case you didn't know. In the indie gaming world, it's a bit of an oldie, but it's definitely a goodie. I'm just going to start a brand new game for you guys. This is one of my all-time favorite platforming games. So the story takes place on a ship, where suddenly everything is going wrong and the ship crashes. So you've got your crew here, as you can see, and the ship basically explodes, or it gets warped, and you're separated from your crew. And basically, your goal is you play as this guy here, this blue guy, Captain Viridian, and the game your goal is to rescue all of your crew members. So I've already finished this game. I just started a brand new save just so I can show you guys. Basically, how this game works is it's got a very simple mechanic, a simple but very interesting mechanic of flipping gravity to solve puzzles. So you can use the up and down keys to invert gravity, so you can switch and platform that way. It's kind of a classic in the indie gaming world. It's quite old. I think it's quite a few years old, and I played it a while back. But this game has a special place in my heart, I guess you could say. It's incredibly difficult. But it can be really, really frustrating, but it can also be frustrating in a bad way, and like sometimes there's games that are frustrating, but this game can actually be so frustrating that you just give up and rage quit quite easily and just want to tear your hair out. But when you do succeed, it's so incredibly satisfying that it makes up for it. So basically, it's got a nice little story. The story does fall to the background, as it's not really the main draw of the game. But your goal is to, as I mentioned, rescue your other crew members. And as you explore, you uncover more of the world, and you rescue your crew members. So the story is fine. It just does a nice job of placing the game, but nothing special. But that's not what this game was. That's not like the main draw of this game. Presentation-wise, the graphics, as I mentioned, this is an older game, and it's also an indie game, so the graphics aren't anything incredible, but they do the job quite nicely, and they have a great retro feel that just really works well with the aesthetic. That also works, that actually look great when tied together with the music. And the game's soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. It's got that perfect. It's repetitive, but not. It's repetitive in the sense that you hear it a lot, obviously, and you're going to be hearing it a ton because you're going to be dying a lot. But simultaneously, it sounds so good that it actually becomes not. It's actually not. It doesn't get old. So. And it's just that great kind of almost chiptune-y, 8-bit feel to it, and it goes so well with the space kind of atmosphere and the desolate, alone feel that you wanted to get from the story. And it goes so great with the gameplay. It's one of my favorite game soundtracks. It's one of those soundtracks that you can just listen to without even playing the game, even though you've been hearing it for hours because you keep dying. It just sounds so incredible, and it's probably up there for one of my favorite game soundtracks of all time. As you can see, I'm pretty crappy at this game. In order to get here, so gameplay-wise, the puzzle and level design is really quite fantastic. It can be frustrating, but it still usually seems fair for the most part. Just incredibly difficult, and it does actually require not only good reflexes and skills, platforming skills, but actually like some thinking. Like in this case, you actually have to go down and then go back up in order to get across. The checkpoints are very, very numerous, so you never feel you rarely feel cheated out. But so usually when you fail, it's due to your own lack of skill. However, that doesn't mean it's not incredibly difficult. It still is, but at least it's your own fault if you mess up. So we're reunited with our first crew member here, Violet. again, this music that you can hear, I might turn up for you guys. I really love the soundtrack. It totally gets you in kind of the mood that you need to be to just power through this game. It is a short game. Depending on how long it takes you to complete it in terms of how long you die, you could probably finish it in a couple hours, maybe 3-4 hours, maybe less. But it's really worth it, the experience. You've got this whole giant world to explore. And as you explore through it, you can find almost dungeon type things where it's just that you'll have to go through and find your crew members by getting through those. There's also some cooperative sections, well, not actually with another player, but where you have to use puzzles that incorporate the other crewmates that can't flip gravity. There's also plenty of trinkets, which are kind of like special collectibles scattered throughout both the outside world and the dungeons. And it's really just a blast, combined with the feeling of the incredible music, the graphics that go so well with it. The rewarding platforming. It's just a blast to explore and a blast to play. As long as you can maintain your frustration, then this game can be a real gem. And it's super cheap, so even though it's kind of past its day in the sense that it's already been out for quite a while, and most of you probably already either heard of it or played it. But if you haven't, this is definitely. This is me telling you should change that. It's a really, really good game, filled with lots of secrets like this one, and it's just really fun. It's probably one of my favorite platformers, and it's just a blast to play. Story is nothing special, but it doesn't need to be. It just is a little on the side to have the game so that the game has some framework. The music, as I said, absolutely phenomenal. Graphics, again, nothing special, but they do the job just fine. And the gameplay is frustrating at times, but well worth powering through it for the immense satisfaction and the great level design that it has to offer. So this is VVVVVV. I hope that was 6 Vs. Probably not, though. If you haven't picked this up already, definitely now's your chance. Steam Summer Sale, perfect opportunity. And even if you miss it, it's still super cheap. This is made by the same person who made Super Hexagon, which is another game that's also fantastic. Even if the retro aesthetic doesn't do anything for you, buy it anyways. The puzzle platforming, the puzzle platforming, will surely make it up, and the music will even in your times of frustrations, the music will be there to allow you to survive without pulling your hair out too much. Alright, thanks for watching. I give VVVVVV a 9.5 out of 10, and I will see you next time.